Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment as the Tennessee Titans fall to the Cleveland Browns. I'm laughing as I say it. 41-35. This was one of the oddest blowouts I've ever seen. And the final score was not a blowout. I mean, you're talking about 41-35. That is a 6-point differential. But if you did not watch the game, the score is not indicative of the game we saw today. This was a blowout. This was a 38-7 game after the first half. This was a blowout. And throughout most of the fourth quarter, it was 41-21. A late touchdown by the Titans, a fumble recovery that set them up in the red zone, and another touchdown puts them within 6. Okay, it was a blowout. And this team, I'm not too upset today, honestly. I should probably be more upset. I'm just now kind of resolving to the fact that, okay, we're just not going to get this done. I just really don't see a scenario in which we actually get this done and win the Super Bowl this year. I mean, I just don't see it. This team can beat anybody. This team can beat the Kansas City Chiefs next week. They can beat the Kansas City Chiefs in January. I believe that. What I do not believe is that this team can win 4 straight games. I don't believe that against any team. Honestly, I think if you put on the New York Jets 4 times, this team would lose to the Jets once. I really believe that. I mean, we saw the loss of the Bengals this year. I mean, this team, there's just weeks where they just don't show up and where the defense, okay, it's been bad all year. Don't get us wrong. I mean, it's been bad all year. But where the defense is inexplicably bad, and then today we chose the wrong day to not be able to hold on or catch the football. I mean, it was bad. So I'm going to rant a little bit, but I mean, more so it's just me resolving to the fact that, yeah, it's just not this year. And it's a little frustrating because the potential was there. But the deficiencies of this team are just so bad and just so glaring, and they keep happening again and again and again. I thought after last week, after beating the Colts as strongly as we did, okay, now let's get the ball rolling. Let's beat the Browns. Let's beat the Jaguars. Let's beat the Lions. Let's get this ball rolling. There's just no way. And we're still going to make the playoffs to me, and I still believe we're going to win the AFC South. But it's just not enough with this team. It's just frustrating. So let's get into the game. Let's look at my MJ takes of this football game. And man, I mean, there's just not much to be positive about here, but we'll just do the best that we can. So let's just talk about the defense. Let's start with the defense. The defense was bad. The defense was awful. Breon borders. Okay, the borders were open today. Everyone could cross the borders today. There was free immigration, legal, illegal, all sorts of immigration when it came to the borders today. They were open today for Breon Borders. He was bad. Breon Borders struggled today, led up the huge touchdown to Donovan Peoples-Jones. I still can't believe this. I love the last name, Peoples-Jones. What a last name. But I still can't believe the touchdown that this guy had. And then we also saw him struggle on another touchdown in the red zone as well. So he led up 2 touchdowns today, did Breon Borders, both of which were totally his fault. And, it's a little frustrating because we had high hopes for this guy. And look, I'm not going to completely throw him away after this one bad game. He's been good all year long. But, this is where you start to see, oh, okay, now I see why you were undrafted. Now I see why you've only been on practice squads. Now I see why this is your first big opportunity in the NFL. This makes sense now because you see his athletic deficiencies. He's not the most athletic guy. He bit on that, not on the Donovan Peoples-Jones touchdown. He thought it was going to be like an out, and it was obviously like a stop and go, whatever route it was. But essentially, he bit on that without any safety help, which was ridiculous, and then resulted in the touchdown. So that was incredibly frustrating. 2 touchdowns led up for Breon Borders today. So that was where it started, or at least that's where it continued. I don't even know where it started. I mean, the defense was just bad overall. I mean, I don't know where Kevin Byard is. Does he exist? Does Kevin Byard exist on this team? I look at the stat sheet, I see, okay, 6 tackles, 4 solo tackles. Okay, sure. But this is not the Kevin Byard that I know. Can we get the Kevin Byard that we know? Can we unmask this guy? Can we get Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Gang to unmask whoever is in a 31 jersey on the football field? Because that's not Kevin Byard. Okay, that is an imposter. Okay, there is someone among us that is not Kevin Byard. Okay, there's no way this is Kevin Byard. He just doesn't do anything anymore. Nothing of note, nothing spectacular, despite being one of the higher paid safeties in the league, despite having gave us all-pro level play in the past. Now he does nothing. And, Dean Pease, man, this guy's missed. This guy is so missed because obviously this guy was getting a lot more out of Kevin Byard than Mike Vrabel was getting, as Mike Vrabel's having a lot of the defensive coordinator duties right now. We need a defensive coordinator, and this has been the story all year long. We were talking about this in September. We were talking about this the first, second, third game of the year, and this is still not resolved, and it's not going to be resolved into the offseason. Another reason, again, why I just don't have much faith in this season in terms of us actually winning a Super Bowl this year. It's sad, but true. So, this defense, man, it's just incredibly frustrating, and again, is this Adoree Jackson ever going to play? I think so, but I'm not betting on that. So, and Jadeveon Clowney, he had his season-ending knee surgery lately. I want to say actually yesterday, or at least the news came out yesterday. So that situation is bad. He's not coming back. The defense is hopeless. They will have their games. They had a good game last week, but you just can't expect them to get stops consistently. 4 games that are in the playoffs. How? It's just not going to happen. So, the defense was just all bad today. Now, Malcolm Butler, I'll say this. He had a good game today. Okay, so the Malcolm Butler fans, for some reason, there's still Malcolm Butler fans in this Titan fan base. I don't know why. On Twitter all week, I was getting people saying, oh my God, you're so harsh on Malcolm Butler. Why are you so harsh on Malcolm Butler? I don't know why there's Malcolm Butler fans. Okay, he played well today. Did it matter? No. But okay, I'll grant that he played well today. So we had that at least. But, we couldn't stop the run today. And look, Nick Chubb is an absolute beast. I'm a huge Nick Chubb fan. But he ate on us a little bit today. Kareem Hunt didn't eat on us too much, but we made Baker Mayfield look like a top quarterback. 4 touchdowns for Baker Mayfield, 25 of 33, 334 yards. We made him look like an all-pro, a Pro Bowl quarterback out there today. He looked like one of the top quarterbacks in the league out there today. That's what we made him look like, and that's incredibly frustrating because although I am a Baker Mayfield, I'm maybe not fan, but I am I'll say a supporter. I'm someone that defends him. We shouldn't have made him look as good as he looked like today. Okay, this was definitely the best game of maybe his career today, and that's a little sad considering the fact that it was against this team and this defense. So that was all frustrating. And now let's look at our offensive side of things because the offense, although they ended up putting up 35 points, they were weak early. A.J. Brown is still ELITF. And I'm going to keep the F. I don't like taking letters away. Whenever you earn a letter, I'm going to give it to you and you can hold on to it until you really deserve to have it taken away. With that said, with his drop today, with his fumble, and then he almost fumbled again at the end of the... he fumbled at the goal line that was picked up by Michael Pruitt. So that's not a fumble lost, but it's still a fumble. And then at the end of the first half, that's a fumble that doesn't matter, but he didn't mean to fumble. It's not like he was looking to pitch it. No, he literally got stripped twice today. Concerning. So he got stripped twice, and he dropped the ball significantly at the end of the game. Problematic. Despite having a very impressive catch in the first half. I don't get this guy. He's very good, very talented. I think he's just young. And again, this is why he needs to earn the E, right? You guys have already given him the E, or at least a lot of you guys have already given him the E. This is why, for me, he needs to earn that E. He hasn't earned it yet. He needs to earn that E. Whenever he gets these drops out of his system, whenever he gets more consistent with his route running, then he will have the E. Until then, he is ELITF. And I'm not going to take the F away. But if he has another game like this, like next week, okay, I might take it away. Then I might take it away and we might be back to elite. And I don't want to go back to elite. Okay, let's stay at elite F. Let's stay at elite F, please. Now, with that said, Corey Davis was fantastic. Corey Davis was great. I want Corey Davis re-signed, period. Because whenever A.J. Brown does not show up, Corey Davis does. And they still both had good games on the stat sheet. You're talking about A.J. Brown, 87 yards. Corey Davis, 182 yards, which I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, should be a career high for him. Fantastic. He's barreling towards over 1,000 receiving yards this season. At the very least, I believe they will both combine for over 2,000 receiving yards, A.J. Brown and Corey Davis. So that's a dynamic duo that we have going on right now. I mean, we're talking about Batman and Superman right there. What a dynamic duo. No, not Batman and Robin. Batman and Superman. These two people, to me, honestly, I mean, you can take A.J. Brown over Corey Davis. Fine. I agree. But I think it's close. I mean, I really do believe it's close between Corey Davis and A.J. Brown. They're different in that Corey Davis is right now much more sound. He's a veteran. He's much more sound in terms of his catching, in terms of his run blocking, but A.J. Brown can pop off. I mean, this guy can pop off for the huge plays that we've seen. He's the big playmaker, right? Corey Davis can make his plays too. Don't get me wrong. We saw the touchdown today. Fantastic touchdown today. But A.J. Brown is, incredible in terms of the plays that he can make. So it's close between the two, but I want them both. We have our Batman. We have our Superman. Let's form the Justice League. Let's get it popping. Let's get it rolling. So I'm here for that. And speaking of the Justice League, we have Beast Boy in Adam Humphries. This guy does not deserve to be in the Justice League. You saw his drop today that caused the interception. Why are we paying this guy? He ended up today with 1 catch, 9 yards, 4 targets, and he caused the interception. Incredibly frustrating. I don't know why we could not hold on to the ball today. Derrick Henry couldn't hold on to the ball today. He had his first fumble. I'm not sure if his first fumble of the season, but at least of his last 375 snaps, which should be the season, and even into last season. So that was frustrating for him because we always know that this guy's always consistent when it comes to holding on to the football. And I won't even blame him too much for that. I think that's 50% him because he still shouldn't have dropped the football there. But I think that's also on, I want to say, Nate Davis that allowed the rush by, I want to say it was Sheldon Richardson. Should have been Sheldon Richardson. Could have been someone else. But that forced that fumble. But yeah, maybe it was actually, I'm not sure actually who it was. I want to say Sheldon Richardson that caused a fumble, but yeah, so Derrick Henry on that. I don't want to blame him entirely. I'll say 50% on Nate Davis that allowed the rush that was that quick because you can't allow the rusher to come in that quickly, to disturb the handoff. It wasn't on the handoff, but just after the handoff. So to disturb the running back just after he gets the handoff, you just can't have that. So that is 50% on Nate Davis, but also 50% on Derrick Henry because you just can't drop the ball. We just can't afford that, and that's what happened. So that was frustrating. And again, we had the drop by A.J. Brown. We had the drop by Adam Humphries that caused the interception. We just couldn't hold on to the ball at all. I don't know why. Maybe there was some slippery things on the ball or whatever. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what was going on with the ball today. And speaking of some shady stuff, man, these referees were not on our side today. They did not have our backs at all. We were fighting the referees early in this game. And I'm not going to say this caused the game. Some people are already saying that, but I will say this. This was a turning point in the game. The 4th and 1 where, by the way, let's even back up one play to the 3rd and 1. I don't know why we're throwing to Aaron Brewer, okay, on the 3rd and 1. Ridiculous. You run Derrick Henry twice. If you know you're going to go for it on 4th down, you run Derrick Henry twice. This is what you do. Or at least you run Tannehill. You run Tannehill or Derrick Henry. That's it. You're not throwing to Aaron Brewer. Who? Exactly. So, we threw to Aaron Brewer on 3rd down. Ridiculous, but fine. We go for it on 4th down, and then we get it, obviously. I mean, if you had eyes, anyone that had eyes saw that Derrick Henry got the 1st down. Referees come and say, no 1st down, sorry. And then the Browns take over, turnover on downs. Ridiculous. They review it, and they still determine that they can't change the play. The call stands. I mean, this was so obviously a 1st down. I'm not one to blame the referees. As you guys know, I don't like blaming the referees. I always love blaming the players. I love blaming the players. I love blaming the coaches. That's my move. Referees, it's a cheap move. I don't like doing it. Today, oh my God, the referees were bad. That call was ridiculous. They tried to call the incomplete pass in the 4th quarter, a pass that was obviously caught by, I want to say, Cameron Batson on the, sideline. Obviously caught. Try to call that incomplete. Now, luckily, that was so obvious where they had to overturn that. Luckily for us there. Ryan Tannehill was getting abused. I thought he was Cam Newton the way he was getting abused. He was going out of bounds, getting pushed out of bounds, no call. They were going after his legs, no call. I couldn't believe the referee said, hey, Clete Blakeman, can someone get an APB on this guy? We need to find this guy and hold him accountable. The referees today, headed by Clete Blakeman, awful. I couldn't believe how bad they were today. It was incredible. And we were in Nashville, so I don't understand what was going on. It was incredibly bad today, the referees. My God. So that was frustrating. And yeah, I mean, it was just incredibly bad. But, outside of that, Tannehill played well. The interception wasn't on him. The touchdowns to Corey Davis was great, despite A.J. Brown falling down, and he's healthy, so thank God for that. So Tannehill played very well. I'm all for Tannehill, his performance today. He did the most that he could. But also, oddly, I don't know why we didn't go for it on the 4th and 12 on, yes, we were on our side of the field, but this was with I want to say, 11 minutes left. Dude, Mike Vrabel, the game's over if you don't go for this. We punted it. We ended up getting the ball back, but with only I want to say 8 minutes left at that point. But I don't understand why we didn't go for it there. The game was already lost pretty much at that point, but I don't know. Mike Vrabel did not have his best coaching job today, especially in terms of how this team came out and just how this team recovered after that 4th and 1 missed call, but you have to recover from that. You have to be able to, just rise above, some of the ridiculousness from the referees that they're going to give you from time to time. And we weren't able to do that today. So this was a frustrating performance, just in that, again, after last week, we just got our hopes up. We got excited. We saw the hope. We saw the potential with this team. Oh, snap. Wait a minute. What's going on? All of a sudden, also, the Chiefs are looking more and more vulnerable. They've been struggling a little bit lately. They've beaten, I think they've won, I don't know how many games they won in a row, but lately, they beat the Panthers by 2. They beat the Bucks by 3. They've not been playing, at their best. They beat the Raiders by 4, lately. So, there are some cracks in their armor that we want to take advantage of. But I just don't see. And tell me if you guys disagree in the comments. How can this team, I absolutely believe that this team is going to go to the playoffs and win a game or 2. I just don't see how they're going to win 4. Even 3 is a lot. For them to go to the playoffs and let's say, in the wildcard round beat the Browns, okay, who we struggled with today, and then go beat the Steelers or the Chiefs, and then go beat the Steelers or the Chiefs. That's probably what it's going to be. Probably. Although, I don't know. Some of this could happen, but that's probably what you'd have to do. And then go beat the Saints or the Packers or the Seahawks. How is that going to happen? How? This team, they're just not consistent enough for that. How can you expect that? I can expect them to win 1 or 2. I'm here for all that. But 4, 3, that's just my problem with this team right now. And, whatever. We're 8-4. It's hard to complain when you're 8-4. I predicted 11-5 before the season. This team's going to go 11-5 to me right now. They're going to lose to the Green Bay Packers. They're going to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're going to beat the Detroit Lions. And they're going to beat the Houston Texans. And they'll go 11-5. That was my prediction before the season. There's a reason why you come to this channel, because I know what I'm talking about. Worst case scenario, 10-6. Some people are saying 9-7. No. All right, we're going to beat the Jaguars. We're going to beat the Lions. Lions, I don't know. Lions, we need to see. Lions, we might need to see about that one. And the Texans, it depends how much we actually have to try week 17. But I think we're going to have to win that game in order to actually clinch the division. So we'll have to cross that bridge when we get there. But it's okay. We're still 8-4. That's a strong record. If you would have told us before the season you were going to be 8-4, we would have been happy with that. But this was a game where we should have shown up better than we were today. I thought we matched up pretty well with the Browns on paper, and we just didn't bring it. We just didn't have it. But next week, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars, who, yes, last I saw they were tied with, who were they facing today? I can't remember who they're facing today. Let me see. Did they win? Okay, yeah, they're tied with the Vikings. Vikings won in overtime, 27-24. Okay, whatever. I'm not too worried about the Jaguars. We got them next week. Let's get that W. Then we face the Lions. Let's get that W. Then huge matchup at Green Bay against the Packers. I think we'll lose. We'll see. But Aaron Rodgers is going to rip us to shreds, dog. Oh, you think Baker Mayfield was playing well today? Oh, I can't wait to see. Well, I can't wait. Trust me, I don't want to see it. But what Aaron Rodgers is going to do against his defense. And then we'll cross the Houston Texans bridge when we come to it in week 17. So there you go. Tennessee Titans fall 41-35. What were your thoughts on this loss? Comment down below. I want to know. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, to subscribe. And until next time, this has been MJ of Sports Fan Entertainment. And I'm out. See you all later.